Hello again. This is Sondra Baras, and I want to welcome you again to our weekly class in the Torah portion. This week's portion is Shmini, which is the number 8, and it begins with Leviticus 9 with a description of the 8th day. 8th day of what? We have just read and discussed in last week's Torah portion about the 7 days that after the tabernacle is erected, Aaron and his sons are anointed as priests. There are sacrifices that are brought in order to initiate them into the priesthood. And then they spend 7 days closed up in the tabernacle, during which time they bring sacrifices of their own. And now on the 8th day, that process is completed. And we have here a dual process, the completion of the initiation of Aaron and his sons as priests. And what we will see here is them bringing priests on behalf of the nation for the first time. If you recall, what we discussed last week is that initially Moses brings an offering. He serves as the priest on behalf of the priests. And then for 7 days, the priests themselves bring sacrifices of their own as a sort of initiation rite into their own priesthood. And here finally, in this week's portion, in chapter 9, we have the Aaron and his sons functioning as priests, bringing sacrifices on behalf of the nation. The other thing that's happening, of course, is at this time is the sanctification of the altar for the first time. This, again, is all part of the dedication of the new tabernacle. So it is a very special process, and if we have discussed on a number of occasions how this tabernacle represents in many ways a continuation of the revelation at Sinai, the celebration, the sanctification of the tabernacle that goes on here in the presence of the entire assembly, this is something that is very much reminiscent of this creating a situation where God can appear before the nation. Let's take a look and read some of the verses that describe this. So we'll begin in chapter 9, verse 5. And they brought that which Moses commanded them. This we're referring here to the priests. And they brought that which Moses commanded before the appointed tent, and all the congregation approached and stood before God. And Moses said, "This is the thing which God has commanded, and that you should do, and the glory of God shall appear to you." And here we can see that the scripture tells us very clearly the objective in this entire ceremony that we are now about to witness is that the glory of God will appear to you.
To watch this program in its entirety, go to www.glc.us.com or simply click the link below.